Hello YouTubers, just a quick little video today. Now I decided while I was watching the Macra, which has recently been released this week, I was also still watching Season 18 as well, pretty much straight after and before. So I was debating to myself, because I own the Steelbook BluRay of the Macra, and obviously Season 18 BluRay box set is obviously a special collector's edition. So these are both collector's, versions of stories and that. So I was thinking it in my head, and I thought to myself, if I was, a consumer, and if I was, debating which one of these to get, which one is better, which one is more worth your money. So yeah, let's have a look, and I'll not be showing any footage, basically because the BBC is not very happy. In fact, they tried to take down my Macra Steelbook BluRay unboxing video. Yeah, that's how the BBC's weird like that, so whatever. So let's say this. So for one, we'll let's take a look at the physical appearance and the packaging of these. Now, Macra, there's not an awful lot to the packaging. You've got the slip card, which both of them actually have, but other than that, it is just a Steelbook BluRay, which, the packaging style and everything is no different to any other Steelbook. It's mainly just the artwork on it. But basically, if you've got a Steelbook BluRay, then yeah, the packaging style and that will be the same. Season 18 is slightly different, because it is using, the same kind of packaging design as, say, the rest of the Got 2 Seasons Blu-rays limited edition collector series, which, at least for the UK, is in this really nice packaging. Let's have a look at it, shall we? So the weird thing about this that you'll notice, if I just show a Blu-ray next to it, a Steelbook BluRay is, has pretty much the same dimensions as a regular Blu-ray. Season 18 is a bit wider. Yeah, and there's a reason for this. So we open it up. We've got this gap here at the side, this thin gap just here. And that is mainly just because of the booklet being this wide. That has to fold in like that, so it needs this extra gap here. But it is a really nice packaging style, with each disc having its own tray, which is all very nice. You'll notice that Keep of Traken is not in here because it's currently being watched by myself. But yeah, this is, in quite honest, is a much nicer packaging style. It's much more evoked of the Collector's Series packaging. But the problem is with it, is that basically it's shorter than a DVD still, but it's slightly taller than a Blu-ray. It's slightly taller than a Blu-ray, but shorter than a DVD. And it's also wider than both a Blu-ray and a DVD. So basically, this thing has to go on its own shelf. On its own. It can't really be put against your other DVDs or Blu-rays. Basically, it has to have its own unique place because it will not fit in with anything else. It's just a really weird and odd size for what it is. Whereas this will fit in, with the rest of your collection pretty nicely. Now, in terms of packaging, Season 18 wins. Personally, I think it is a lot nicer. Not that Steelbook Blue is bad. I do prefer the artwork on this to the standard one. It is nice, but I do really like the style of this one. But let's get down to special features, something that Got 2 fans really love. So we'll flip them over to the back. And this was something I'm really disappointed with the Macra. Now, if you look at the special feature listings, obviously Season 18 has more because obviously it has more discs. But if we're talking about, per story and what it offers as a whole, Macra actually doesn't have as many as you think. For example, you've got the, I'm just reading them off here, you've got the audio commentary. That's basically standard for most releases of anything. And you've got the episode reconstruction, which is basically, you know, loose cannons reconstructions, how they're really good? Well, this is a shittier version on here. And you've also got the bonus mini-sode, which is 10 minutes of the Wheeling Space animated. Although, to be honest, the Wheeling Space mini-sode is not brilliant, actually. It's not that good. Because, to be honest, a lot of it is just looking down corridors and watching a robot wander around for a bit. So, to be honest, Wheeling Space animation is not... It's not great, and it's also only 10 minutes long. I mean, it's nice that it was included on it, but still a bit eh. And you've got the animation tests, which, again, for this one, I believe it's only a minute long, the animation tests. You've also got the Animatics Animation Gallery and the teaser trailer, and as well as, they say, alternate black and white version. So basically, you get, though, to be honest, I think that should have been standard. So you get the colour version and the black and white version of the animation. Though the black and white version is just the colour one, but just in grayscale. They didn't. So the problem with that is that, unlike Power the Daleks, which was animated in black and white first, so to get the look, this one is literally just the colour version, but literally just rendered in grayscale. So it doesn't quite have the same feel to it about it. It also has a 1992 audio presentation version, as well as the surviving footage, which, again, is very slim for this story. And there's also a behind-the-scenes film, which is basically, it's Follow That Dalek again. Yeah, Follow That Dalek is being released on so many Doctor Who media releases over the years that it's not even funny anymore. So Follow That Dalek is being released so many times that it's just getting irritating now. And you also get, I don't know why it says censored scene, because the censored scene is literally the same bit in the surviving footage. Title sequence animated, okay. The photo gallery and the production paperwork. So yeah, that little leaflet in there, yeah, that's a special feature now. But do you know what it's missing? That this has? An actual behind-the-scenes documentary. Now, literally, they could have just got Anneke Wills and Fraser Hines to just talk about the story for even 10 or 15 minutes would have been fine. I know with the Power of the Daleks one, most of the footage and that was just reused from the Genesis of the Daleks one, but at least it was included. This, nada. No, basically, I mean, I know there's not a lot of information about the story, but, you know, at least Anneke Wills and Fraser Hines could talk about what it was like, you know, making it and that. And actually, there is actually, on the story behind Doctor Who, I believe, Anneke Wills actually talks a bit about the Macra era on that. So, yeah, why not at least use that? But nothing. With this, loads of stuff. We get Behind the Sofa, which is basically the actors or people who worked on season 18, and then you get an alternate one where it's other Doctor Who people who worked. So for season 18, like I say, it's Wendy Pabry, Jacqueline. No, it's not. No, who is it? Wendy Pabry, Sarah Sutton, and who else was on it? Oh, someone else on it as well, who actually talk about the story and give insights and also to what they think. It's basically Doctor Who Gogglebox, essentially. And we also get, you know, all the special features that were released on the DVDs as well. Now, in terms of value, so this is going to be the final one, value. Which one of these is better value for your money? Which one of these should you actually go for out of the two? Well, season 18, obviously all the stories from season 18 have already been released on DVD. They've been available on DVD for many years now, all of them. And you can now buy all of them for a pretty cheap price. For around £5 £5 to £7 for Leisure Hive and Meglos. And I believe you can get E-Space Trilogy for around a tenner. And I believe New Beginnings, which also includes Castrovalva, so you get actually an extra story, that I believe is under a tenner now. So if you add all them up, does that equal, you know, £40, which is the price of this box set? No, not quite. But you got to remember something. This also, although you don't get Castrovalva, you do get K9 and Company. So you lose a story, but you gain a story. And you also get, obviously, all the special features from those DVD releases and more. But at the end of the day, it is just a re-release for the most part. Now, the transfer from the originals, which most of them were on videotape, apart from a few snippets of location footage which would truly be in HD. The rest of it, though, is just an upscaled standard definition, because that's the best possible resolution that they can possibly make. You can't get any higher, you can only upscale it. So, for the most part, for Leisure Hive actually is a better conversion. I did notice actually a difference, because Leisure Hive was one of the earlier Doctor Who DVD releases before, where the DVD didn't, the DVD itself, the actual disc, didn't have any artwork on there. So it is a slightly better transfer of the Leisure Hive, but as far as the original wasn't bad either. So that's that. But obviously, the Bright and Beak scenes, I think they're actually in HD. Possibly. I can't remember if so or not, but regardless, I mean, if you've already got the stories, then it's a harder sell for you. Personally, me, it's a no-brainer. It is a collector's item. And speaking as a collector's, this is a very nice box set. The artwork is nice, the special features are nice, and it's nice to have it on Blu-ray as well, so it fits in with the others. Now, Macra, obviously this is a brand new release. Now, you could just buy the standard version, which is also available on DVD. Yeah, you could buy the standard version and save yourself some money. But obviously we're talking about collector's formats here. Now, this is in HD. This is in HD. It is, since it is 2D animation with some 3D models, for example, the Macra's 3D model. This is, you know, true HD. It is an actual HD. Now, speaking of which, the special features, at least the new special features, like the behind the sofa special features for season 18, those are in HD. Because they were filmed in HD, so those are in HD. So it's not like you're not getting any HD content on this. You are. But with the Macra, the main feature itself is in HD. Whereas some of the special features, like obviously the surviving footage, is not in HD because it's not in. It wasn't some 35mm film, unfortunately, so they're not in HD. In fact, although the Wheeling Space Comics animation, I believe in it, is in HD. This is not, but it is a better conversion. It is a better conversion than the original. And also, Blu-ray also has a higher bandwidth. So basically, it is a better conversion of the stories, and it is the best way to be watching the stories. However, to be honest, unless you've got an A-B comparison, when watching the stories, you're not really going to be noticing the difference. So, to be honest, if you already have all the stories from season 18, then probably skip on this one for now. Maybe wait for a price drop and get the Macra. However, otherwise, if you have neither of these and you're just looking to buy one right now, you know, which one would I recommend? Because, to be honest, the prices on them are not massively dissimilar. This is much better value. Easily better value. So, to be honest, I would recommend season 18 over this. Not this is bad or anything, but this is just more value for money. You're getting more stories, more variety, more special features, more everything essentially. Whereas this, you know, you're getting less, and this will go down in price. This will easily go down in price and will be available for a long time. This, not too sure at the minute. It is still available to buy on various websites, but Season 12 quickly sold out, and at the time of recording this, still has not been re-released or anymore produced, at least for the UK version. I believe you can still get the US version. Whereas Season 19 is still regularly available, so I don't know, it's Season 18 is the same. Have they finally, you know, made enough of them? I don't know, because these here, Season 12, I can't actually fit in the shot at the minute, but these will not be around forever. You know, these will be, at least in some form. Macra, now you do get an extra disc, but the extra disc is pretty pointless. It's just gridlock and the confidential cut down, so basically, to be honest, if you're wondering about the extra disc is not worth it whatsoever. This, however, this will probably not be around forever. I don't know, because this is limited edition, but so is this. But this will always be available in some form. This will not be, though, most likely. I don't know. You could be watching this video in years to come and tell me I'm completely wrong. I don't know at the time of recording this, but this will not be. And the special features on here are exclusive to this box set. They're not released on the DVD. It's only available on this Blu-ray box set. So, to be honest, unless you've already got the stories from Season 18, or, you know, you're not bothered about the special features, then get the Macra. But in any other circumstances, Season 18 is a much better bet, and, you know, or even any of the other ones, Season 19, which is still available, is a better option than this. I am a bit disappointed with Macra release, to be honest. It's not, and also something I did notice that I'll just mention. Something that irritates me is the frame rate for this is in 60 FPS most of the time. Sometimes the frame rate in this kind of dips up and down a bit for some reason. I would rather, and to be honest, the animation, particularly when people are moving their arms and hands around, is far too quick and far too, you know, smooth. It's a bit too energetic. People don't realistically move their arms around that much or that quickly. So, to be honest, I'd rather they kept the frame rate at 30 and a constant 30 throughout. Or if they were going to do 60 FPS, then at least have it at 60 FPS throughout it, to be honest. Because the fact that the frame rate can vary a bit during the story. Part 1 seems to be in 60, and then as it goes on, parts 2 and 3 and bits of 4 are clearly in 30, and then it goes back up to 60. So it's a bit weird how the frame rate seems to go around a bit, that I've noticed. Season 18 doesn't have that issue. It's still in its original frame rate and everything, because obviously it's recording PAL, and this is a PAL release. Obviously the NTSC will have their conversion of it, though. PAL to NTSC conversions and that generally are a lot easier and work a lot better than the other way around. And also Blu-ray, they don't have to do as much, because Blu-ray has different standards to DVD. So there's less to do. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. Did I make any sense during this video? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Let me know in the comments below. This video has turned out much longer than I thought, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.